guys. Today I'm going to show you a quick tutorial and a little heads up about Shinobi Era, the game that just came out. It's a Naruto fan game, and we'll get straight into it. So to get it, you need to go to the owner's Patreon, which I'll link in the description. The minimum to get it is $10, and you get access to the early beta through Patreon and through Discord. So that's how you actually get the thing. Once you get it, you just run the exe, pretty basic stuff. In between there will be a RAR file. You just have to extract it with WinRAR or something like that. It's all pretty simple to actually getting the exe. Once you do, you're gonna have a slight issue, possibly, that you won't be able to see your character model or anything. Go over to the link in the description for Proton Vpn. It's a completely free VPN. You just download it. I'm using it right now. You just quick connect, whatever, it's 100% free. It will be a bit slow, so I don't recommend using it on anything but this. But for this, you will need this to get the easiest process and actually get into Shinobi Era. Once you boot it up, you'll have the you need a loading screen, and if you're starting for the first time, you're gonna get a little quick character customization screen. In the description, I will show all the things that actually work, because some things don't work. There's a decent amount of Kekkei Genkai and stuff right now, but something like clans, but not all of them work. So you just, if you're already in here, you just type in your username and password, press login. If you're not, you go over to register, do the exact same thing. It's all pretty simple. It's still pretty early access, so there will be glitches and bugs and stuff that'll make you have to log out. It's not that bad though, because you saw how quick it loaded up. It's a very easy process. So you can go to login, and once you log in, first tip, press Control. This will enable your mouse cursor coming out and in, and when you initially start, you always start with your mouse cursor coming out, so it's always good to put it back in. As you see down here by the ping, you're gonna get some kind of high ping, but that's the trade-off of playing the game with the VPN and stuff. So first things you're gonna want to do once starting is know that A is just WASD. Look around. Jumping and stuff, just you can double jump, and recently they added strafing and dashing, which is just alt. Pretty simple. Nothing that complex there. And then you're also, along with all this, gonna see Q and E. They don't do much. I imagine there'll be some more stuff later, and I was told that shift doesn't do much, but it will, for bloodlines like Namikaze, not Namikaze, Minato and stuff like that, where it's you have to teleport back. Also, as for this, sometimes these stuff pulls up. Just click Control to activate your mouse, and click close or clear, but close makes it easier. As for talking, just type your message. It's a pretty big player base. You're always gonna see people. If you come in here, which is where you're gonna want to go next, you are gonna see a lot of people. This is the mission area. As you can see, on level 23, you can do any D rank. The easiest ones are gonna be cargo ones, where you're required to literally just come out here, go all the way into the city by the gates, grab some cargo by the door, and run it back over here. Once you are into the second part, which is where I'm at, I recommend skipping through most of them until you get to the one that says grab a package. It's pretty simple. See, this one, kind of hard to do. This is when you want to deliver the scroll. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. But another thing you should know, M activates the map. It's a real-time map, so you can see people walking. There's full body Susanas and stuff, so you're gonna see that. Pressing C brings up your character menu. You can see your character, you can see your stats, you can see your jutsu points and your stat points. That you obviously put these in different stuff to change your things. See your reputations, titles. As far as I know, these two don't have much going on right now, but I could be wrong on that. I just know that most of the stuff you're gonna be doing is on the stats for this screen. Follow-up is the K screen, and the K screen you're gonna see a lot of your stuff. So you can see I have 6 skill points. If you go to the clan section, I'm an Uchiha, and this has, I think, 32 abilities that you can use. Clicking on them gives you a short description and a little bit of that. Sometimes these titles and this gets mixed up, but it's pretty clear to tell which is which, and you're always going to see the correct SP and chakra stuff. Just know, because Uchiha is a very popular bloodline to go with always, before you get the Sharingan, you have to go back, go to Elemental, and unlock this one right here. And the way their leveling system works is pretty cool. You have to do the linear stuff, and then once you're here, you can branch off, but you don't only have to branch off one way. So you can have Kamui and Amaterasu in the same build if you just level up to get there, but you can't have Amaterasu without getting Clone Kojutsu, so it's that kind of thing. Very cool system. Elemental wise, a lot of great stuff. I've seen it all in combat and it's all pretty great. Standard shadow clones, other YouTubers have said it's amazing. I haven't tried it out yet because I'm only trying to level up my clan bloodlines, but that works pretty well too. Unique, you're gonna get these two, both very high damage dealers, and passive, there's nothing yet. Other things you should know, I's gonna give you your inventory. When you get weapons and armor and stuff, you're gonna double click it to equip it, and you're gonna see it on your character right afterwards. The more expensive the weapon is, the better it's gonna be, and also you're gonna see your coins here. And I'm gonna explain stores and all that stuff in a second. And for P, this is also pretty important. You're gonna get all the stuff that you need to, actually pay attention to. So the way their system works is once you get a jutsu, you just drag it down to here and do it. So if I press 1, get the Sharingan, and you're not gonna, it's just gonna seem like a little visual thing right now, but once you get new abilities and stuff, you're gonna need to activate it to do stuff. And also, as for chi and stuff, or chakra, you can see it up here. So your chakra drain, health drain, health and chakra are not capped at 100. You level them up as you level up. Your C abilities, so like stamina increases your chakra. Pretty sure it's dexterity that increases your health, stuff like that. Now I'm gonna walk around outside for a second, show you guys around. Like I said, also the best way of movement in this game is pressing Alt to dash and then double jumping. You're gonna be moving a lot, and that's the best way. That's a full body Susanoo, by the way. You're gonna see a lot of those. I haven't been hurt by one in my few hours of playing. I'd say they're pretty nice. So you're gonna see M. Now on this map, you're gonna see icons, and usually when you're running a quest, you'll see icons for it. I'll show you that in a second. But for the main part, here's a weapon icon. So you just come over here, walk right over here. This guy's hot. Using Almighty Push. Oh, and Bomb Blade, yeah, that's an insta kill. I'll show you a little bit. And as for like dying and stuff, what happens is you die, I think twice, like getting down like this, you heal up, and then you pretty much are fine. If you're on your third death though, you press U to reincarnate. Or not reincarnate, but like respawn back at the training area. So you press E, get all your stuff that you need to do. I have a long sword right now because I thought it looked the coolest, and then I found out that the more expensive it is, the better. I didn't know that at the time. Definitely worth mentioning. Around the city, I wouldn't recommend jumping onto these smaller parts. It is prone to glitching, but jumping on like trees and stuff isn't too bad. You can like get pretty far just using buildings and stuff like that. And like I said, air dashing, pretty important. More stuff you're gonna find on the map is down here. All the way back here, you are gonna see this shop right here. This shop's very important because it just gives you clothing and it looks sick. That's the main thing. That's more stuff to get after you already got your weapons. Once again, thanks for watching you. But that's just something to look after. And as for like frame dropping and stuff, doesn't really happen that much. I mean, I don't have a godly computer, but even with this high ping and like, max settings and stuff, I'm still running it perfectly fine. So that's just something to know about this game. Also, random street fights are like kind of prone, but they're not like the worst thing ever. It's not like this is pretty unique. Like in all the time I've played. Oh, there we go. But that's like one of the first time that's happened. And that's like one of the fireball jutsus. Just knocks people over. Does a lot of damage. You're gonna see a lot of cool jutsu in this game. And oh, also when you activate dojutsus, your eye color changes. You won't see it, but that's what happens. And as you can see, they added a new ability called Rinnegan, which has push and pull mechanics. Obviously, some people use that, but pretty good. Also, since this is beta, you're gonna get trapped a lot. When you do, press enter to go in the chat and do slash stuck. And when you do that, you'll reset. Like I said, that message popped up. Just close it, and there you go. And as for missions, I'm gonna run a few real quick and just show you what it's like, and that'll be it. I think that covers most of the confusion and stuff that I went through and other people go through. So also, if you are running a Minato build, I've been told by multiple Minato builds, it is amazing to just place your thing here, run a mission. Once you go out, just teleport back here when it's done instead of having to walk the whole way. So it's great. So defeat the bandits. These all, like, defeat mission and stuff are kinda hard to do. Not like obviously once you have a bunch of stuff, it's pretty easy, but considering that you're just starting, it's gonna be kind of difficult at first. So it's better to just run these deliver scrolls, unless you kind of get bored of them, and that's fun. But once again, this is for level 20s, which, oh, actually, sorry, I misspoke. I think it's level 10 to get to the second layer missions. But when you do, run these. If you're not running those, you're gonna see other people doing delivery missions. That's what you want to like look for when you're like searching through it. That are the dog ones, because the dog ones are kind of simple. You just press M and you'll see like a walking scroll on your menu. And you can also get escort missions. You basically just grab an escort and it shows you where to go. But when you do the cargo, it's gonna be right there. When you do the escort, it's gonna be right to the left coming out of the building from the like Hokage mansion. So now for scroll delivery, you're gonna kind of see what the outside's like. There's a lot of like bandits and stuff that people spawn. There is this area, kind of limbo-ish area. It does seem like a bad thing initially, this there, and kind of like a bug, but it's also kind of nice because sometimes it's just good. Things get stuck under here, and you kind of get an easier chance at killing them, stuff like that. You know, and it's not too terrible. It's not actually easy to get flung in there or anything. And also, there's no clipping through the ground, as in like you can't be up and going down. But if you run in here and jump at all, you're probably gonna clip through the ground a little bit. So if you do jump in there, just do it when you're above a sand area, so you don't get caught in a building or something. Anyway, so if you press M, you'll see it's not this building. My location is not going to be at this one because I don't have the scroll, but this one does have the scroll, so I'm going to remember this building. Now, alternatively, you will see sometimes two scrolls or whatever. Just go to both of those places. It usually means that one of them is going to work, and the difference between these scroll missions is this building and this building. It's not going to be super difficult. As for tree jumping, I don't really know how to do that yet. I don't know if that's fully implemented, and if it is, I couldn't find the button for it. But you just run over here, tap this. Sometimes you have to go in. It's easier to just go up here and jump. And you get your deliver scrolls. Now, after any time you do any mission, you're of course going to want to head back to the Hokage's mansion. Once again, it doesn't take too long. It's kind of nice because it like puts a little bit of a strain on like constant skill regain, so everyone can't just like have the top stuff immediately when they join. Additionally, this little green bar right here is going to be your Exp bar. Worth paying attention to, just to show the difference between, you know, all your different stuff. Oh, also this right here, this is like a little bump. You can walk over it right here, but you can also jump over it. The only reason I say that is because sometimes if you're doing kill missions, it's easy to trap things here and just spam on it if you have low health. So that's something to note. And then, let's see. Oh, this is important. So if you press L, and we're gonna pull the gun. Oh, okay, sweet. So press L, you open up your missions panel. Dude, she is really not letting go, despite not hitting any of his hits. So you press L, go on here. Oh my god, okay. Alright, let's see. Let me just get out of range of that guy. I'm not trying to keep getting pulled. Also, I didn't know that they had Ichiraki Ramen. I don't think it does anything, but it's kind of cool that it's there. And so you press L, get this missions tab. This is important just because the rewards part doesn't really matter. I think all rewards give you EXP and money and stuff, but the abandoned tab is pretty important because if a task is like glitched out or impossible, Always have to do that. And then once you get all your like missions done, you just press E on this, and you go back to it. Now I'm gonna show you some D ranks, since initially some people watching this will probably be starting off. D ranks, lost documents. I've never done it. It just seems like it's a bit too much work. Missing cat, never done it. That one seems a bit easier though. Overall, I think the other ones you're gonna get are pretty easy, aside from those two specifically that I keep getting. But transport goods, I'll run this real quick so you guys can see what that's like, because this is going to be the easiest one to run. There is a chance that like when you're doing other ones it's going to be easier just because it's like less time consuming, on the off chance that you're escorting someone that's like right next to the building or something, but most of the time they're going to be usually the same amount. And transport goods just easier because I think as a general, what I've found is that like don't mess with players who have cargo on their back, you know. It's a very descriptive way of seeing someone and saying, oh, I'm not gonna just start a random street fight with them because you know they're in the mission or whatever. So that's always good enough. And so you just walk over here, press E, grab that cargo, come over here. Oh, and by the way, people with Susanoo, I found they're much more friendly people than everyone else. Don't know why. I think it's just inherent, like, you know, they spent more time on the game, so they're older and, you know, better at it and all that stuff. More willing to help. So you just run these transport goods over. Pretty simple. Also this part, I find it to be a fun challenge to try to get on that whenever you're like running back and forth and stuff. By like slide double jumping. I've gotten it once. I've gotten glitching a few times, never too bad. This is like, I think this is a mist jutsu. Like not obviously it's mist, but I mean like from the mist village. I'm not quite sure how that works. Yeah, but also, this is something to note. So, the skybox kind of clips into these right here. If you look at it at certain angles, the heads. Just don't worry about it that much. I mean, you can spend a while looking at it, but it's a beta game. You know, we're getting more than anything, you know, official Naruto companies would actually make, so this is amazing. Oh, by the way, for this door, you don't have to, like, click on anything. You just walk in, pressing on that, and there you go, your EXP. As you can see, it's not that much, but I'm also level 24, so this is probably like a 2 ranks for someone starting out fresh. So yeah, that's a good note. Also good to note, like notable places, this is where the NPCs are going to spawn. Dogs, if you do those dog finding missions, they're just going to spawn around the map and you're going to see them with little scrolls. If you do an escort mission, you're going to see a little drop off point somewhere on the map. You just head over there, you click on your NPC, walk over that point at them, and once they get over there, you get your stuff. As for this, it's not a glitch. This is just where they keep the academy, which is also relevant. I have never used the academy, but it's kind of cool that they have it here. You just walk in, get like 70 shares. Like I said, it doesn't really make much of a difference, but as you can see, it's just where you're teleported when you start. Like it's just this area above, because I guess they could make me easy and stuff. So yeah, that's it. It just teleports you up there for so you can make it easy. Yeah, I think that's all I gotta cover. I guess other important things is if you do go with like Uchiha and get the fire stuff first, know that like it's kind of hard to hit stuff, but it makes battles more fun. And also there's a huge like tie on M1 priority. Like I think that's half the things in this game is, that was having concealed by the way, that animation lasts a lot longer and does a lot more damage if I was closer. But sadly we didn't get to see that. But yeah, it's all about M1 priority, so if I start hitting this guy, I'm gonna do more damage and then I'm gonna get knocked back or whatever, he's gonna start hitting me. That's the way the combat works in here. Jutsus, I'll show you. You just craft some hand signs up real quick, shoot it. Some things don't take hand signs, like this ability right here, throw a shuriken, does a little bit of damage. Things like activating dojutsu, obviously it doesn't take any hand signs, although it does take chakra. As you can see, it took 10 chakra to activate it. You can see it again there. And there's going to be a constant upkeep cost. That's one of the first jutsus you're going to get in the game if you're running fire style. It's this. It is pretty bad on anything player wise. Just don't do it, honestly, if it's player wise. Yeah, I think that's all about there is to talk about this game, at least for tutorials. So yeah, talk to you later.